Tonight on Hunter. You gonna make it?
Doesn't look good.
There's been a shooting in Chinatown.
Apparently, Chen walked right into a robbery in progress. She got caught in a crossfire.
Wish you did a damn good job.
Did a good job. What's the matter with you, Hunter?
You're incompetent, Drasso.
Chen acted properly. They're going to clear her.
What case is he working on? He's down in Chinatown, isn't he? Chin did not shoot Leong. I'll bet my pension on it.
You take your best shot.
If you want a part of me, come on.
Noise.
Hi, Officer Chin.
Why don't you get someone to help you? You're not a house song.
You know, the mind plays terrible trick on the body. He does not tell it how old it is. Oh, thank you, Miss Chin. Hard work makes me appreciate the day's end.
Keep this up and you'll be appreciating it from a hospital bed. Danny, stay here. That man had a gun.
You're a dead man. Shut up. Get over there.
Police, get over here. There's been a robbery, a shooting. 3 people dead. 13th Sun Mun Way.
All units in the vicinity in 1 Adam 9, an officer-involved shooting. Officer down. 13 Sun Mun Way. 1 Adam 9, your call is code 3. 1 Adam 13, assist. Code 2.
You gonna make it?
Doesn't look good.
Brennan! What do you got?
Not a hell of a lot. Apparently, Chen walked right into a robbery in progress. She got caught in the crossfire.
Any suspects?
Two Lindsays, one down, the other running, probably wounded. K9 guys are doing a house-to-house now.
Who's on the job?
Your buddy Drasso's got it.
Yeah. Did you notify the Chins yet?
Not yet. You want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it. Who's he?
This is the publisher. Thomas Leung. Took 2 hits in a 10 ring.
Any witnesses?
There's one out in front with my partner in the car.
You know, Brennan said this was a robbery. There can't be 50 bucks in this place, Drass, so I don't buy it.
You don't have to. It's not your case. The suspects here are Lindsays, and they steal to exercise influence. Establish territory.
What do we have on the suspect who fled?
Well, he's exactly like this one here, except unfortunately he's alive.
Well, things must have happened awfully fast, otherwise she'd activated her rover. Whoever she hit lost an awful lot of blood. He won't be very far. But other than that, she did a damn good job.
She did a damn good job. What's the matter with you, Hunter? Hunter? You see, most of these broads can't even see over the windshield. That's the result.
Yes?
Hi, I'm Sergeant Hunter from the police department. You Mrs. Chin?
Yes?
May I come in?
Yes, please come in.
Thank you.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
Papa? Papa?
Mrs. Chin, there's been a shooting in Chinatown. Sandra's been hurt, but she's alive.
Where is she? Is she gonna be all right?
She's at Wilshire Memorial. It's a very good hospital.
Papa,我求你去着心痛啊，去嘛！求你啊， Henry Chin, you must be with your daughter. She needs you.
Item 4, 1 set of false teeth, uppers and lowers.
Yeah. He bit her finger off.
Item 5, 1 .357 Magnum revolver, serial number 90711.
She got even.
Oh, the wonderful world of homicide.
Isn't it, though? 5.
Hey, gorgeous. What brings you down to the glass house?
False teeth. What is this? Eggs and chorizo, chili verde burrito? What, do you work in the Hollenbeck division again?
Edie.
Get out of here. You're such a mess.
12 hours face down on a hot, dirty beer cooler has robbed me of my sex appeal? Where's my classmate?
He's sitting in on Chin's shooting review board.
That's Drasso's case.
Yeah, I know, but Hunter's not above thinking that Drasso could hang around.
Oh, he ought to stay out of it. It was a good shooting. It won't take the board more than 10 minutes to rule it in policy, you know?
I know. That's what I think, but, tell me something. You were at the academy with Hunter. What is this thing with the bad blood between him and Drasso?
It's Drasso's beef. He was our T.O. He used to pick Rick as his opponent, probably because he was the biggest recruit. Hunter spent a lot of time on his face eating dirt.
It doesn't sound like my partner.
Yeah, well, Drasso kept pushing it. One day, Hunter pushed back. Rick turned him into a pretzel, humiliated the guy in front of the whole class.
Well, come on. Drasso can't hold a grudge like that for 16 years.
When Officer Chen first arrived on the scene, she confronted the dead suspect, Tommy Chung, who was positioned to her right front. He was armed with a .38 caliber 4-inch polished steel revolver. Officer Chen fired 2 rounds, striking the suspect in the upper torso. He died instantly. Now, the second suspect, Paul Kai, was armed with a .22 caliber automatic, and he was positioned to her left rear. He fired 2 rounds. Now, one we dug out of the east wall. Unfortunately, the other one found its mark in the uncovered area just to the side of Officer Chen's bulletproof vest. Now, she spun to confront the suspect. She fired. But 2 rounds found Thomas Leung, the publisher. Paul Kai received another round. Danny Lum, a witness out in front, said that Paul Kai was hit in the upper torso.
Mr. Chairman, Officer Chin is a distinguished expert, the best combat shooter this department has ever seen. Are we to believe that Officer Chin fired 2 shots into Leung's chest, dead center, while turning, all by accident? I don't buy it.
Sergeant Hunter, I must deal with physical evidence. The coroner categorically specified that Thomas Leung was hit with 2 9mm hollow point rounds. My ballistic people say that those rounds came from Officer Chin's weapon.
I also believe this was not a robbery.
Why don't you deal with the facts, Sergeant Hunter? The coroner says that Thomas Leung, when he was hit, had his hands above his head like this. Do I have to spell it out for you? The witness, sir, says it was a robbery.
Mr. Chairman, Drasso's witness is a Richard Wing, a sleazeball bail bondsman from Chinatown. Now, I'd also like to know what he was doing there at 7:30 in the morning.
Well, sir, he was down there placing an ad for his business. And I do have the copy.
Sergeant Drasso has presented compelling evidence that robbery was the motive. And besides, this board is interested in establishing whether Officer Chin used proper tactics and good judgment. So, Sergeant Drasso, please proceed.
Mr. Chairman, I think these hearings should be halted until Officer Chin can testify in her own behalf.
This board has an obligation to establish the facts and report them without delay. It's vital that we complete this review before the district attorney's inquiry begins. Now, Sergeant Hunter, I have allowed your repeated outbursts in the interests of establishing a diverse point of view.
Mr. Chairman, I was present at the scene. These 2 gloves in this photograph, I'd like to know who the hell was wearing them.
Sir, the paramedics that treated Officer Chin.
Polygraph Richard Wing is a liar.
Sergeant Hunter.
You're incompetent, Drasso.
Sergeant Hunter, get out of here. Remove yourself from this hearing immediately. Now, I believe we're ready to reach a decision.
Hunter, wait up.
There's a girl lying on her deathbed in the hospital and they're trying to drive a stake through her heart.
I understand how you feel, but you've got to ease up a little bit. Look, you can't take on the whole department.
Yes, I can. I will not ease up.
All right, just try to relax, okay? Look, maybe you're just acting a little prematurely. Chen acted properly. They're going to clear her. Why don't you let me take you to lunch, all right? We'll go over to Little Joe's.
Hunter! Drasso really stuck it to her. The board just ruled Chin used improper tactics, resulting in the death of an innocent man. They felt she should have waited for backup. Looks like they're gonna try and nail her.
William 157, 1 William 156, come in.
157, go.
The DA called. Our court case is ready for trial. What's your ETA?
Tied up on surveillance right now. Stand by. .157, cover me for a little while till I can break away, will you?
156, he wants you code 2. You're his first witness. 156, you copy? Hunter?
Richard, I bet you're surprised to see me, aren't you?
No, I knew you would come. Hunter logic. Because I was at the Leung shooting, I must be involved.
Exactly. You know, Vice tells me you don't get up before 12 noon.
Vice cops. They lie when it's easier to tell the truth. The truth is, I had to be at the press before 8, or my ad wouldn't have made the paper.
I see.
Now, what is it that you really want?
Ever see that guy?
Unfortunately, I don't know. Is there a name to go with the face?
Yeah, Paul Kai.
Believe me, Sergeant Hunter, I want to help bring this gangster to justice. The Chinese community has a great affection for Officer Chin and her family.
Well, that's good to hear. And Thomas Leung.
Of course. My people are out looking to locate this bandit. You see, Hunter, this time I'm on your side. My mother. Oolong, the very best from Canton Province.
Okay, Richard, if you get a line on Mr. Kai, call me. Oh, and one more thing. If anything unfortunate should happen to Mr. Kai, such as malaria, diphtheria, or the proverbial gunshot to the back of the head, I'm gonna hold you personally responsible.
Where the hell is he?
I think he got tied up on surveillance.
Did he know he was supposed to be in court?
Well, it's not exactly.
What is that supposed to mean?
I think his radio's shot.
Oh, come on.
I'm not kidding you. I couldn't hear him. I know he couldn't read me.
What case is he working on?
I think it was a follow-up on the Daniels murder.
Oh, save it. He filed that case last week. He's down in Chinatown, isn't he?
Well, that is one pissed-off judge. She just issued a bench warrant for Hunter's arrest.
Could you hold it a while until I catch up with him? Maybe he's got an explanation.
Captain, if Judge Rupp gets her hands on him, Hunter is going right to the slammer, no matter what story you come up with. And in case you're interested, he's right on the top of my list, too. I had to dismiss the case.
Excuse me. Hey, Tom, what do you say we go get a cup of coffee?
Look, Dee Dee, I'm sorry about the warrant. When old run-em-up gets her nose bent, well, you better keep Hunter out of sight till she cools down.
Look, don't issue the warrant until I can get him in here.
We're talking about my job.
Why don't we talk about friendship, Tom? Why don't we talk about old times, like the Red Dog Grill?
Let's not.
Oh, come on, let's. Like on Thursday night after your bowling game, you slid in there with a perfect game in your pocket.
You weren't there.
I didn't have to be. You know how bowlers talk. Now, let's see. There was you. There were 2 San Fernando cops. There was the backup drummer to the Go-Go's. And all of you guys got on a plane for Vegas to go see the Follies. How'd that fire start again, Tom?
Paul, you still have the bullet in you. You need medicine. You must see a doctor.
你打电话到云南药店去，叫他带点药给我止血。
Have you seen this man?
Yes, he was the one who ran out, all bloody. If you want to find him, ask Peter Kwan. He knows Chinatown. He shoot Chin?
We think so.
Will she live?
I certainly hope so. When you saw this man, did he have gloves on?
When he pushed me, I felt them on my face. Rubber, like doctors wear. Officer Chin was my friend. I want to help her.
Good. You help me find this Paul Kai. Miss Leung, I'm Sergeant Hunter. I'm very sorry about your husband.
I appreciate your concern. Thank you. And how's Officer Chin?
She's still on the critical list?
I'm sorry. I know her parents and share their grief.
Miss Leung, there's still some unanswered questions about what happened here.
I know about your concern. Some in our community think you're trying to protect one of your own.
What do you think?
It's not what I believe. It's the truth that is important.
Before your husband died, was there anything specific that he was working on?
My husband, by nature, was a secretive man. I'm from the old China. We don't ask questions of our husbands. I do know the paper had problems with the Lunsi and their yeah. You do know the term?
Yes, we call it extortion. Would it be possible for me to see your files?
Of course. You do know the Asian Task Force detectives have already reviewed them.
Well, then I won't bother. Once again, I'm very sorry about your husband. Thank you for your time.
You never did know how to protect your back, Hunter. You're driving me up against the wall, hotshot.
Why don't you do your job, Drasso? I'll do mine.
Why don't you get off your crusade? There's no mystery here. It's one more good example of an inexperienced runt cop who got in over her head because she used bad procedure. I feel sorry for her. And I also feel sorry for Mrs. Leon.
You've never felt sorry for anything in your life.
Your radio's not working?
I'm not going to bother to ask you where you've been. McCall's already given me that cockamamie story about your radio being on the fritz, so when she's finished trying to cover your butt, I'd like a shot at it.
Devane has just gotten reamed badly. Drasso just filed a report against you with Dryden.
What do you make of this? Now, Kai and Chung were wearing gloves. Now, what if there was a third person who was wearing gloves?
Will you shut up and listen to me for a minute? There's a warrant out for your arrest.
Hunter, time's up. Get in here and bring that file with you.
Look, do me a favor. Get a hold of the Asian Task Force. Have them get a line on a Tong boss by the name of Peter Kwan.
I'll take the file. You'll have plenty of other things on your mind. Chief Dryden has instructed me to initiate a personal complaint against you, alleging obstruction and interference in Drasso's case.
Look, Charlie, I understand all
You
of
don't understand. I don't care what Dryden said. He can go pound sand. But there's something I couldn't prevent. You're being transferred to robbery. 12 on and 12 off.
Robbery? Come on, do something about it, Charlie.
I tried. Drasso thinks that I'm covering for you. And he also thinks that you're thumbing your nose at the system. That's why he locked you on this market stakeout, so that you'll stay out of the Chin case.
Let me tell you something. Chin did not shoot Leong. I'll bet my pension on it.
You already have.
The fact that he's here is a miracle. Oh, he loves his daughter, but there's so many obstacles between them.
You think I could speak with him?
Please, but don't be shocked by his attitude.
Dr. Dumas to CCU.
Mr. Chen, would you like some coffee? Your wife has told me about your objection to Sandra's career choice. My father objected to me becoming a police officer, too. He objected vehemently. He couldn't understand why. He wanted to know why. So I thought back, and I remembered something that happened when I was a kid. I saw a cop risking his life trying to prevent a woman from taking hers. And it was incredible. It was the most unselfish act I'd ever seen. And I think that that's what it was all about for me. It was the idea of being of service. I liked the idea of being able to help people. That's what cops do. Lord knows it's taken a while, but I think that I know that my dad is real proud of me now.
Before I came to your country, I was an English professor in a university in Shanghai. During the Cultural Revolution, they branded me an enemy of the people, arrested me, and took me away from my family. I was interrogated, beaten, and later indoctrinated. My oppressors, the ones who beat me up, my enemies, were the police.
William 157. Hunter, the Asian task force reported the Tong boss you asked about, Peter Kwan. He's having a private party at the Seven Moon Pagoda. I'm en route.
Oh, no, man.
LA police, everybody out of here. Let's go, move it. Let's go, come on. Out.
You're not Vice. What do you want?
Mr. Kwan, I want your word you'll help me find Paul Kai. I understand you're an honorable man. You know an Officer Chin?
Yeah. I know Officer Chen. She was the police officer that got gunned down.
Protecting your community. You either talk to me, Kwan, or we're all gonna go downtown and talk to your parole officer about what's been going on here. I don't think Officer Chin shot Thomas Leong.
All right. I'll help you find Paul Kai.
Had enough? Guess not. You want to tell me about Drasso? It's obviously a lot more than just the incident at the academy.
Drasso was my patrol sergeant. One night I busted a hooker in Hollywood. She claimed I tried to feel her up, molest her. Drasso believed her and encouraged her to take her complaint to Internal Affairs.
Well, so what's the big deal? Every hooker makes that claim.
Right. Now you get an idea what kind of a jerk Drasso is. It took a polygraph test to clear me. Can you imagine what it's like sitting there for 2 days answering personal questions about your sex life?
Yeah, it's like that every time I go to visit my mother. Look, why don't you just try to cool down a little bit, ease back? Something might break. The doctor said that Chin's got a good chance.
I don't consider 50-50 a good chance. Now, that girl deserves to know that she's been cleared before they remove that bullet.
I don't recall. We were racing the clock. I could have tossed my gloves anywhere.
No, I know that, but do you think these are your gloves?
I already told the other detective. Hey, these aren't my gloves.
You positive about that?
Yeah, sure. We use Trinity gloves. They have a blue band around the wrist. Those don't.
Beating a dead horse. No gloves were booked. McCall, you know better than to tamper with another detective's evidence, especially Grasso.
It's not tampering, all right? It's window shopping. Why don't you go get some coffee or something, will you? You make me nervous.
But even if we find them, what's their evidentiary value? I mean, the blood will obviously type to chin.
It's not the blood we want, Brian. We're interested in prints.
Well, that's an interesting concept. Prints on the inside? Yeah, it never occurred to me. Yeah, it'll take time, but anything is possible.
You know, Hunter, if you had to pull robbery detail, you picked a beauty. You could have been inside on top of a hot beer cooler.
Yeah, I'm real lucky, huh? Hey, give me a rundown on the description of that vehicle, would you?
Green van, primer spots on the right side. Driver's supposed to be a female. Suspect, salt and pepper. 5'10", 6 foot, medium build, armed with sawed-offs. What do you got?
Nothing's false alarm.
So, Hunter, how you doing on the chin case?
How's it look like I'm doing this shit case? I'm in a van reading a newspaper.
I got you by the short hairs, huh?
Yeah, temporarily.
Hey, it was inevitable. Drasso and Dryden are golfing buddies. How about some coffee?
No, no. Units inside have got 2 problems headed your way. Salt and pepper team, Patty's, 30 years of age, 5'9", 160. Jeans, tanker jacket. Blacks, about 35, 6 foot, 180. Bareheaded khakis, navy pea coat. Also be advised, mules inside, probably at the snack bar. He has not, repeat, not seen the suspects.
Roger, I've got Pepper. He's moving down the aisle. Okay, stand by. Patty's here in the back. Looks like he's waiting for something. Okay, the dude's reaching into his jacket. Wait a second. He's putting on a ski mask. He's just pulled a shotgun.
I'm coming in, repeat, I'm coming in.
Get down!
William 156, meet with Peter Kwan at 454 New High Street, and be advised the Asian Task Force is standing by.
What do you got?
Paul Kai is still in Chinatown.
Good, where?
Look, I'm not sure, but go to the Hongning Herbal Shop. Talk to the Wicklow. I'm sure he'll know where Paul Kai is.
Good, thanks. You have anything for a gunshot wound? I want to stop the bleeding. You have Hunan? Kai is holed up at the Shang Hua Apartments, 2 blocks down the street, 7th floor, room 709. Lee, you and Paul go around the back. I'll go up to fire escape. Keep going. I want you to deliver this to the front door. He's expecting it from the Hong Ning Pharmacy. Yeah?
the Wicklow.
Wait a minute. I have to get dressed.
Open up!
Let go of me. Let go.
He went out that window. Get outside. Move!
Paul! I know you're hurt. I want to get you to a hospital. I don't want to hurt you, Paul. Throw the gun out.
Paul, who killed Leon? Paul, who killed Leon?
Wayne.
Come on, Devane. Your boy is grandstanding.
Oh, back off. Back off. My boy found Kai while you guys were out looking for windmills.
Your boy was supposed to be working robbery.
His tactics were proper and well thought out. In fact, if they come here 5 minutes later, Kai'd have been gone.
Aren't you the least bit interested in getting at the truth?
Whose truth, Hunter?
Look. What happened between you and me a long time ago is forgotten about as far as I'm concerned. Now, Chin deserves to be judged fairly. Before Kai died, he named Wing as the killer.
That's hearsay.
Wing used Chin's gun after she was shot.
No, I see you're gonna have to do a lot better than that, Hunter. Well, what do you have? You have a name dropped by a dying suspect. It's gonna take a lot more than that to wrap this case up. It's inadmissible and you know it. Now you take your case to the DA, and if he files a murder charge against Wang, I'll personally intercede with the board.
Do you know what you're looking for?
I'm looking for something that would give Richard Wing a motive.
You're convinced Officer Chin didn't shoot him? I admire your convictions. My husband was like that.
Thank you. See another directory, please. Okay, let me see that one there. Print that up for me, please. Hi.
How about a little good news?
Great.
Wing lied. He did know Kai and Chung. Did a little bit of digging. Guess who posted bail last year? Did you find anything?
Yeah, Thomas Leung had just finished an in-depth study on Wing's criminal activities. He's into everything, extortion, money laundering, you name it.
Take a look at that.
This is great, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. He's in Department 100. You, want some company? You want to go solo?
No, I think I'll make this a personal visit. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Devane told me I'd find you here. You're still messing in my case.
Someone's got to do the work.
What are we doing right now? Just you and me, huh? You take your best shot, and I'm gonna clean your butt with this pavement.
There's 16 years behind that badge, Drasso. If it wasn't for that, I'd pound your head square. Now, you know where I live. You know what time I get off. If you want a part of me, come on. If you don't, shove off. You made one fatal mistake, Richard. Those gloves you discarded had your fingerprints all over the inside.
Come on, get up.
You've got nothing.
Hurry. What's happening? No one would explain on the phone.
She's had some further complications, Miss Chin. They're taking her back into the operating room.
Dr. Lynch, extension 108, Doctor's Lounge. Dr. Lynch, extension 108, Doctor's Lounge.
Honey, you're gonna be all right, sweetheart. Your father and I will wait right outside for you.
Just a second. Cassandra?
She's heavily sedated. I'm sure she won't hear you.
I know that. She'll hear me. Sandy, the shooting review board ruled you acted within policy. They commended your bravery. The chief has recommended you for the Medal of Valor. We love you.
Love you, darling. We love you. You'll be all right.